And I have to share this with you. And I know I didn't tell you I was going to share this ahead of time, but so in my briefcase, I have this. And if you remember, we met at the John Maxwell International Certification event, and you had shared your business card. And I've always kept it because to me, not just the word, but the shape of it, everything about it was just a definition of going somewhere. You know, it's different. You're going to pick it up. It looks different. Right on the front, it says build. And so I've always kept this. And as I was preparing my materials the other day for a presentation, it kind of fell through and into the bottom. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to share this when I have a chance to speak with you, because I don't keep a whole lot of business cards. I usually type them in as contacts and toss them, but this is one that stood out. And so I just wanted to share it with you a little bit. I know it's off course of what we were talking about, but I think your visual of who you are and what you deliver resonates in what you create in this podcast. So I wanted to share that.
Well, I appreciate you bringing that up. I tell the people that I hand that card to, I may have told you when I hand it to you, they're designed to be different. You have to flip it over, not around, for the arrow to be pointing in the forward direction. And my inspiration came from my sister told me about, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago about the FedEx logo. Are you familiar with the FedEx logo?
Not a concept of it. I mean, I'm familiar with what it looks like, but not necessarily a concept.
So when I tell you this, and I tell the listeners this, when you look at the FedEx logo, I think it's between the E and the X, there is a forward arrow. And you'll never be able to unsee it. Once you see it, every time you see the FedEx logo, you'll start to see the forward logo. And so I wanted to incorporate that in, and that's those business cards for the listeners. Those business cards are cut with a die with a forward pointing. I didn't know we were going here, but here we go. So I had a legacy business called Integrity Construction Services that when I went to the John Maxwell training my first time, I wanted to call my business Integrity Consulting Services. And while I was sitting in the final day with some of the trainers afterwards, the build logo came to me. The arrow came to me, the screws that hold it together. And when the designer designed it, he had the screws all in line. I said, no, I want them to be twisted differently because we're all different. We make it up there. So again, there's a lot of thought, it is a designed business card.